Today, Hollywood celebrities face the worst day of their lives. This is Stephen and Mark, and today someone they don't like became president for the second time. Under Donald Trump's evil fascist Nazi regime, Stephen and Mark could face persecution. People could make memes about them, point, laugh, and say terrible things like, "Look at those two, they're gay." They can only guess at the abuse that lies ahead. Millions of Hollywood celebrities are in fear for their lives. We can't hope to save them all, but you can do your part. For just $8 a month, we can help to find a new home for Stephen and Mark. You'll receive a starter pack with a plushie of Stephen and Mark, and every month they'll drop you a note to let you know how they're getting on. So reach deep into those pockets today, because today could be Stephen and Mark's last.
What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and Trump is about to unleash a wrath never before seen in Washington, and panic is at an all-time high. Obviously, the media is taking the bait, saying, "Oh my God, Trump's gonna unleash Project 2025." All this kind of stuff, which is hilarious, and we'll talk about that. But also, they are absolutely, positively melting down at places like the FDA and many others that have been screwing over Americans for a very long time. By the way, if you're a fan of Trump, I have put our original Tailgates for Trump hilarious cookbook back up. We're doing a second print run this Friday, so get your pre-order or your order in for that. But also, we are releasing a brand new holiday edition, which is 50 new recipes. Absolutely bonkers. I'm going to show it on the screen eventually if I ever figure out how to use my computer, apparently. This is going to be positively hilarious. It's a great gift for you, someone you love, or the melting down lib, those Christmas work parties where you don't know what to get. Some of the recipes, a threat to our Democ cookies, Peanuts, Freedom Bean, Almondine, Big Mike's Christmas orbs, and 47 more. Remember, you can put them in your mouth and suck them. That's according to the recipe anyway. So hilarious. Go over to tailgates4trump.com, cookbooks or /store. You can get that. You can also bundle it with the other one if you missed out on the first time. Going to the printer this Friday, end of day Friday, so make sure you get your pre-order in right now. Trump's mega allies gloat that Project 2025 is the agenda. Like, it's literally trolling. Everyone was saying, Matt Walsh put out a troll video. I'll show that. That's really funny. And like, I can't believe they took the bait. I can't believe they took the bait. Now that the election's over, I think we can finally say that, yeah, actually Project 2025 is the agenda. Lol, Matt Walsh wrote. Right-wing influencer also trolling, chimed in on X Wednesday saying, "It is my honor to inform you that Project 2025 was real the whole time." They actually fell for the bait. It's like nobody inside of Trump, Trump's, kind of circle had any idea what Project 2025 even was. They're reacting to a video from Matt.
We've had our fun with these videos. We've sipped from the chalice of leftist suffering. We've satiated our thirst with the sweet nectar of liberal tears. But I do want to get serious for just one moment and offer a word of encouragement to these people. It may seem funny to us, but they are truly worried that Donald Trump will be an evil dictator.
Won't he?
And I think it'd be irresponsible and frankly pretty cruel of me if I didn't take a second to reassure them on that point. So, in all seriousness, all jokes aside, no. Donald Trump is not going to be an evil dictator.
Really?
He's going to be a good dictator.
That's true. One of the best.
Yes, Trump is going to be dictator for life. When he dies, his throne will be passed down to Baron Trump, and the Trump dynasty shall reign for 1,000 years.
Oh, I can't wait.
But it's all for your own good. Is Trump going to take away all of your rights? Absolutely not.
No.
Not all of them.
No.
You'll still have the right to agree with Trump and praise him always. Is Trump going to take away voting rights from women? Again, no. Women will have the right to vote for whoever their husbands tell them to vote for, which will always be Trump. Will Trump intentionally spray more CO2 into the air to cause more global warming, melt the ice caps intentionally, raise global temperatures to tropical levels? Yes, obviously.
Right.
It's only the coastal states that voted against him in this election, and so now they must be drowned to pay for their sins. The rest of us get to enjoy warm summer weather all year round, so it's basically a win-win. So in that way, all of your fears are valid, and this was all laid out in Project 2025, like you said.
I can't believe they took the bait. The media took the bait. Then you had this legendary interview here where RFK Jr., by the way, huge shout out to RFK Jr. for putting country first. A lot of people are kind of pointing out, well, he wasn't going to win the election anyway. Sure, but he didn't have to literally join Trump's team and campaign for Trump. So I don't buy that. I don't buy that, well, he wasn't going to win anyway nonsense. He certainly did not have to back Trump, somebody whom I'm sure he shares a lot of grievances with. He didn't have to literally stump for him and go out, because I'll tell you this much, without RFK, Trump maybe doesn't even win the election. You know, he brought 1-2% of the vote to Donald Trump, maybe 1%, 1.5%. Well, he won Wisconsin by 30,000 votes. You know what I mean? So yes, RFK Jr. helped Donald Trump win. And then the boots, they are as shaken over at the FDA.
You say clearing out the corruption in your terms. Would that mean clearing out the top level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC?
In some categories, I would say.
What does that look like? Yeah.
In some categories of workers, there are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA,
Gone.
that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3?
Would
Good
you
question.
eliminate any of the agencies?
To eliminate the agencies,
He can't.
as long as it requires congressional approval, I wouldn't be doing that. And I can get the corruption out of the agencies. This is what I've been doing for 40 years. I've sued all those agencies. I have a PhD in corporate corruption, and that's what I do. Once they're not corrupt, once Americans are getting good science and are allowed to make their own choices, they're going to get a lot healthier.
He's 100% right. I say that as a fact. You know, there's always that kind of story of like Americans go on vacation to Italy and end up losing weight and eating whatever they want because they don't have all the same junk in all their foods and all their processed foods. One thing I will say is I hope that RFK Jr., you know, somebody who has his ear, I don't know if his campaign watches my videos, probably not. But I will say it will be nice to be able to eat clean for cheaper. As somebody who's trying to eat clean, I am very painfully aware that a large portion of this country literally can't afford it. It's crazy expensive to, like, let's say just replace your microplastic cups with glass. That's hundreds and hundreds of dollars that most people just don't have extra in their budget. We've been doing it slowly over time, over the whole year. But, I've got a running tally in my head. Ordering actually, grass-fed beef, if it's actually grass-fed. My farming friends tell me that's mostly a scam in the United States. But, healthy meat, organic meat, or just meat without a bunch of stuff injected into it is so expensive. Most people can't even afford to make the right healthy decision if they're trying to. So hopefully that is something that, changes under Trump. Obviously, RFK Jr. says he will gut the NIH, CDC, FDA, and the Departments of Agriculture. Absolutely, positively based. I 100% support that. Sources for Representative Thomas Massie say that he is set to be tapped for Secretary of Agriculture by President Trump, which I think would be absolutely great. Massie has been pushing for food freedom and getting the government off the backs of American farmers for years. He's the perfect pick, and a key player in gutting the overregulation, choking out family farms. I mean, shout out to the Amish as well. You see Forbes, here's what an RFK Jr. health role in Trump administration could be like. Jab skepticism and a fluoride ban. Look, if you want to give your kids fluoride, right, for their teeth, you can take them to the dentist. I've always had well water my whole life. I don't think I've ever, I guess when I lived in Louisville for like 8 months, 6 months, I had city water, but I bought bottled water instead. I never trust that city water. The idea that they're just putting fluoride into it, I'm not going to go into what people's beliefs are on it and effects of that. I'm not a doctor and I'm not well researched on it enough, but I think it's safe to say that if you want your kids to have fluoride or whatever, then take them to the dentist or give it to them. Don't give that, they don't have any choice when they're at school. They're drinking fluoridated water. Trump said last week he would let Kennedy go wild on health in his administration, but has not stated what role Kennedy would be appointed to. Trump may appoint him as the health czar role, circumventing the Senate confirmation that he would need to lead the government agency, which is exactly what Trump should do. That's exactly what Trump should do. In other social media posts, Kennedy said he would seek to get toxins out of our food. Thank you for the future. Remove corporate influence from government agencies and ban pharmaceutical advertising. I support all of that. All of that I support. America is one of like 2 countries in the whole world that let pharmaceutical companies advertise on TV. And it sure is, I think it is non-conspiratorial to perhaps make some level of connection between Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert outright demanding people get the jab and then finding out that, Pfizer spends hundreds of millions of dollars on their network buying ads. I think it's entire, and by the way, that's not even just the jab. They have thousands of products that they push on TV. I don't like that. It gets people going to the doctor and demanding prescriptions that they're going to be on for the rest of their life, and maybe they don't even need. So you have, RFK Jr. being unleashed. You're going to have Elon Musk and Doge unleashed with Ron Paul unleashed. I would like to see him get Speaker of the House. That would be crazy. Awesome. Or some other crazy position. It would be, this is what we want. And then Biden and President Trump are currently meeting, I think right now at the White House. So like Biden's just like, here you go, bud. I guarantee you Joe Biden is pissed about how everything went down. And here you see, as Joe Biden speaks today, his legacy is that Trump has never been more popular and more powerful. Obama produced Trump in 2016 and Biden only served to strengthen him. Total failure of the Democratic Party. Yeah, I'd probably say that, And by the way, now they have also confirmed that they did alter that transcript. That's, of course, now nobody cares anymore about Joe Biden as he's just basically petering around the White House for another 2 months. He's done. He's been done with that job for an extremely long time. It's great that the media is falling for these trolls. It's great that RFK Jr. is in there. It's great that Elon Musk is going to be in there. It's cutting, because you cut a lot of this corporate waste and fat, and that's less of our tax dollars that they're pissing away. So I'm here for it, and the machine is incredibly scared. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you get your tailgates for Trump. If you didn't get the original cookout one, which still works, I still grill out in the summertime, but also the Christmas edition for yourself and for your triggered lib friends, those office Christmas parties, all that kind of stuff. This book is gonna be a legendary gift. So get your order in. We're putting our first order in on Friday, so that means stuff will already start shipping next week, hopefully, or early the following week. And we'll talk to you again real soon.